So the code of the course is PSCI 4994 and FYP2 PSCI 4996. Which students should take FYP? Students following 171 study plan. FYP courses are Kulia required courses. There will be two FYP, FYP1 with 3 credit hours and FYP2 with 3 credit hours. If you have any questions in the meantime, as I am presenting, please let us know. Here we have the requirements that are needed before one registers FYP1 and then FYP2. As you can see, prerequisite courses is PSCI 1010, PSCI 2210, PSCI 2523, PSCI 2750, PSCI 2999. Those are the requirements that students need to be to complete them before being able to register FYP1. And then for FYP2, these are the courses, plus there is one should also complete FYP1, which is PSCI 4994. What students usually do in the FYP1, they will develop a thesis proposal of what they are going to work on the thesis in the coming semester during the FYP2. It's about 20 pages, approximately 5,000 to 6,000 words. This is also specified in the FYP Kulia guideline, which I hope every one of you is familiar with. Regarding the assessment methods, the proposal is going to be assessed. A presentation and defense. Actually, we agreed that there would be no defense. Dr. Syaza might help here us also, but we consider that the proposal, written proposal, might be sufficient for the evaluation, and currently no, probably also due to the online teaching mode might be one of the reasons why we did not go also for the proposal defense after the FYP1. So here it is divided the actually the working time during the semester in the FYP1. The topics which are dividing hours based on the face-to-face hours or now in the online consultation, since we have moved to the online teaching. Then it is final year project 1 briefing, 3 credit, 3 hours, self-learning 2 hours, statement of research problem 6 hours, self-learning 10 hours, literature review, face-to-face hours 12 hours, self-learning hours 20 hours, preparation of proposal, face-to-face hours 9 hours, self-learning hours 30 hours. Then there is a submission draft of the proposal. This is the work divided into the weeks. Into which weeks you should do activities within FYP1. 12-13 is revision of proposal, face-to-face hours 6 hours, then self-learning hours 10 hours, editing of proposal 6 hours, then self-learning 8 hours, and submission of final draft of proposal in week 15. All of them together, face-to-face hours 42 hours, and self-learning hours 80 hours. Any questions up to here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Now,
please, yeah.
this course, like as normal class, we have to go to classroom and teach, or just between us and
Yeah, you should work with your supervisor.
only one student with each supervisor, right? Not in a classroom.
No, with his or her supervisor. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we go further. FYP2. In the FYP2, the students would carry on to do what they have intended to do and what they are prepared to do in the FYP1. They will collect the data, analyze the data, and write the thesis. At the end of FYP2, students will produce a thesis as their final year project, around 40 pages, 10,000 to 15,000 words. The assessment methods is the final research report, the thesis, and Viva. I have to ask Dr. Syaza if it's going to be Viva in the FYP2 or not. I'm not sure currently.
Currently, definitely no, I think.
No, okay.
We're sticking to 100% research report.
Okay, so the assessment will be done based on the research report. There will be no defense due to also to the online teaching move. So regarding the activities during the semester in the FYP2, as you can see here, divided by weeks and the face-to-face hours and the self-learning hours. In the first week, it is expected to have a briefing. Then week 2, 3, 4, and 5 is expected to start doing a field work on data collection. You can start doing your interviews or whatever the instruments you have chosen to collect the data. This is 6 hours face-to-face hours and self-learning around the 20 hours. Then in the week 6, 7, 8, and 9, you will start analyzing the data that you have collected and writing draft of chapters. 12 hours would be dedicated to face-to-face hours and 20 hours to learning. Then in the week 10, 11, and 12, writing and submission of the first draft. Face-to-face hours 9 hours and self-learning 20 hours. Then week 13 and 14, revision of chapters draft. 6 hours face-to-face hours and 10 hours self-learning hours. Then week 14, editing and final submission. So this is the structured work on the way of how the work is going to be structured during the semester. During the semester for the FYP2 expected to result into a research report as a final product. Students should register and complete the 2 FYP courses within 2 regular semesters in semester 1 and semester 2 academic calendar. FYP1 is only offered in semester 1. FYP2 is only offered in semester 2. This would help students to plan their graduation time in advance, as currently I faced few students who they did not plan very well their graduation time, and it seems they have to take extra semester or extra year, due to the inability of taking FYP1 or FYP2 to complete their studies. So this would help you in advance to prepare and to pay attention to this issue. FYP1 is offered in semester 1 and FYP2 only in semester 2. And there is no FYP 1 or 2 offered in the short semester. As far as I know, I might be wrong, Dr. Syaza, but
No,
far as
you're right. We try not to offer
yeah,
courses during the short sem. Yes.
the third level, semester 3, there is an internship. Fourth level, semester 1, or third year, those who are graduating within 3 years, semester 1 of the third year, they will take FYP 1, but have in mind the prerequisite courses which I already mentioned before. So make sure to complete them before the first semester of year 3 of your study, so that you would be able to register FYP 1. And for those who graduate in 3 years, then in the second semester of third year, they will take FYP 2, of course, if they pass, if they complete FYP 1, because they are linked to each other. And those who graduate within 4 years, FYP 1 will be offered in semester 1, and FYP 2 in semester 2. The same prerequisites remain on the courses which have to be completed prior to registering FYP 1 and later FYP 2. So I think this is the years of semester 1, semester 2, semester 3. This is internship. Then there is semester 1 for 2020-2021 year for the fourth level. And then now those who passed, most of the students passed FYP 1, they have registered FYP 2, expected to be finished within this semester, which we have started, semester 2, 2020-2021. Okay, and students.
If I may, Dr. Avdi,
Yeah, please,
can I jump in?
Yeah.
The previous slide, I really want to stress to our students. I
This
can
one
see.
or this one?
Yes.
Okay, please.
This is fine. I think I see a lot of students in level 2 right now, level 3. I would like to again remind everyone, please help us, help the department, register your FYP 1 during SEM 1. I cannot stress this enough. Dr. Avdi already mentioned it, but I still need to stress it because later on we get a lot of excuses. They didn't know, they forgot, and things like that. So please, those who are in year 2, year 1 right now, when it comes time for you to register for FYP 1, please register FYP 1 during SEM 1, right? And then FYP 2, SEM 2. So meaning that it's a continuous semester. So all in all, you would spend about 8 months continuous. There's no break in between. So Dr. Avdi asked earlier about SEM 3. The thing is, we don't allow students to register anything for SEM 3, but let's say for FYP 2, you may need 1 or 2 or 3 extra weeks to complete it. We can extend it during week 3. So that is the another reason why we do it this way, so that you can extend a few weeks during semester 3 to finish your FYP 2. This cannot be done if you mix it up and you do FYP 1 during SEM 2, FYP 2, SEM 1. It doesn't work. So again, please, FYP 1, SEM 1, FYP 2, SEM 2. That's all. Thanks.
Thanks, Dr. Syaza. I had 2 or 3 students applying for FYP 1, and the 2 or 3 of them, they were just saying that now we have left only with FYP, which means they have to register for extra 1 year of study because they did not plan in advance graduation, and it means only for those 2 courses they have to extend the study for. But it's their failure, it's not our. It's not our failure. Yeah.
So when you guys plan, please plan properly your study period. Yes.
Yeah. Thanks, Dr. Syaza. So make sure you finish your prerequisite courses in advance. Then when you start the third year in the first semester, then you plan to also FYP to complete it and to go on with the FYP in the second semester. Okay, what are the procedures? Students fill in UG01 form and submit to department. Students to submit a one-page proposal of research interest in the FYP1 because FYP2, Dr. Syaza is not required, is it? A proposal, a page of
for
proposal for FYP2 to be registered.
FYP2, no, yes.
No, because
FYP2.
it's already done. It's already proposal is expected that has been done in the FYP1.
True, correct.
And
yeah.
then department will appoint a supervisor for each student and will register to the relevant sections. Yeah, this is a template for research proposal front page. How it should look like with title, then name, matric number, supervisor, semester. This is how the first page looks like. The internal content, there is also detailed information on the Kulia guideline, on the internal structure of the thesis. Okay, Dr. Syaza, you want to add something on this?
Not really for this.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, just what Dr. Avdi just said, please look at the Kuliah's guideline and template. You can find it on the Kuliah's website. There are more information there. I think we are not that strict, right, Dr. Avdi? We are not that strict in terms of you need to follow exactly the template and whatnot. This is just to help you guys. So, I don't have much to add.
And in the Kulia guideline, it's very helpful for students. The marking rubric is there.
Yeah.
And students know, and based on this, then they know what grade they expect, what they have to do, and so on. This is very helpful to them as well. FYP2, FYP1, and FYP2.
Sir, I've got a question about the previous slide. When do we submit the form? Is it with the registration or when the semester begins?
I think during the registration period. Dr. Syaza can help us.
Registration during the first week, I believe the first week of the semester, because it's manual registration. So you cannot do it before semester begins. You need to, it's manually. So usually it's the first week of the semester.
I see. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, any other questions? Any other concerns? Find previous FYP project reference. There's a question, Dr. Syaza. Can we find a previous FYP, previous FYP projects as a reference?
I don't think so. I don't think we have a collection of them. But that's a good idea, Iman. That's a good idea. Maybe for in the future, because right now it's all online, isn't it? But maybe in the future, when we receive hardbound FYP, we can have a collection of it. But unfortunately, right now it's all online, so we don't have any kind of previous reference for you. But if you guys can see in the chat box there, I just shared the link to the guideline from the Kuliah's website just to help you guys. But to answer Iman's question, no, we don't have it for now.
Thank you, Dr. Syaza. Thank you for sharing the link to have access to the Kulia guideline on FYP2 and FYP1 and FYP2. Okay, any other questions? Any other questions? Are things clear, please? If anything, if you still have some things which are not clear, we might discuss here. Therefore, we are here. Dr. Syaza is with us. Can help us because I'm just in this year started to coordinate. I'm still learning and I learned a lot from that. So Dr. Syaza is with us and can help us to make things clear. There is a question here I'm going to read. If I'm going to graduate in 4 years, can I register for FYP in my 3rd year?
Do you want me to answer it?
Yeah, please, Dr. Syaza. I think we had this semester. We give some options this semester, but I think usually it shouldn't.
Yeah, the thing is, you need to have fulfilled a certain number of credit hour, which right now I can't remember how much. That one, yeah, I'm so sorry, I can't remember. Dr. Linda has that information. But having said that, I'm looking at the kuliah guideline right now. The only thing that they say is that you have reached level 3 or level 4 and you have completed the prerequisite courses. So maybe it is possible if somehow in your 3rd year you have completed all of the prerequisite before the beginning of semester 1 of your 3rd year. That should mean that you have completed a good amount of credit hour, doesn't it? So maybe you can register for it.
Yeah, please, Dr. Syaza.
No, I'm just saying that, but still, what you meant here, if you want to register for FYP in your 3rd year, as long as you meant FYP 1 during SEM 1, maybe we can consider. We will look at your credit hours.
Okay, I wanted to add, based on this semester experience, there should also be taken into consideration the available sections. If the sections are, or for example, might be 1 or 2 sections open, then probably it's better to give priority to those who failed FYP 1. As we had some of those cases in this semester, rather than to give priority to students who are still in the year 3. As usually, it's as we already mentioned, FYP 1 is offered in semester 1, and in semester 2, we had these cases in semester 2 in this year, but there were only few sections open and usually given to students who failed to pass FYP 1. This might not be related probably directly to 3rd year of year 3 or 4, but more to semester 1 and semester 2. As we had such a few cases in this semester. Okay, any other questions? Yeah, we have another question. Are our FYP supervisor the one that will advise us on our FYP, or will there be other lectures assigned? That will be assigned to us based on our topic selection. This is another question. Dr. Syaza, if you can help us.
Okay, if I understand Ima's question, you will be assigned a supervisor independently of your topic, meaning that yes, when you submit your manual registration, we ask for a brief proposal, right? The reason we do this is we try our best to match you with the best lecturer with similar interests. However, it's not guaranteed. We will just, find supervisors for you. So you and your supervisor would have to discuss to a topic that is agreeable to both of you. So it's not the other way around. It's not that we will find a lecturer based on your topic, although we will try our best. From my previous experiences, we did try our best, but sometimes, you know, there's a lot of mismatch. So when these mismatches happen, then you need to work together with your supervisor to find a middle ground, hopefully something that you are comfortable with, your supervisor is comfortable with.
Okay, thanks, Dr. Syaza. There is another question. The 40 pages requirement for FYP2, is it including the 20 pages from FYP1?
Yes, yes, it is. So it makes your life easier, doesn't it? So half of it is already your FYP1. The expectation is that when you have completed FYP2 and when you are compiling everything for your report, you would have adjusted your first half, isn't it? To improve it, to make it to better align with whatever that you've done later on. So technically, yes, it is your FYP1, but don't just copy paste lah, you know, just try to improve on it as well.
Thanks, Dr. Syaza. That's very helpful because today I had a consultation with my students whom I supervise on FYP, and there was the same question. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions, please? Any other concerns? Any other question? Are things clear to all of you? Is still anything which might not be still which you need questions regarding anything on FYP 1 or 2, please? Okay. So there are no any other questions, any other concerns?
No, doctor, all clear.
So this is a very good opportunity for all of you, since we have Dr. Syaza here, to ask any of the questions which is not clear related to FYP 1 or FYP 2. If everything is clear, then we would like to thank Dr. Syaza for being with us today. And thank you, every one of you. Thank you, every one of you, for having interest on finding more and clarifying all of the issues and questions regarding FYP 1 and FYP 2. I hope it was helpful, and now I hope things are clear about the FYP 1 and FYP 2. If Dr. Syaza wants to add something before we leave.
Nothing much. I hope it's true that all of you truly understand this, because my worry is that, I mean, we've had these briefings previously as well, and yet the same issue comes out, whereby, like I said earlier, students don't know when to register and whatnot. So I hope when you say you understand, you really meant it, that you really understand when you need to register FYP1 and FYP2. I suggest you to really look at your study plan right now, really plan ahead when to register. That's it. That's all we're asking. Thank you, Dr. Avdi.
Thanks.
Dr.
Thanks,
Syaza, I
Doctor.
have a question.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a question?
Okay, yeah. During RM, you shared with us on SPSS. So my question is there any way that we could get the software from IIUM?
To be honest, I'm not so sure if students can get it. Let me think. I'm not so sure if students can have it. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. The best that I know previously is that students need to do their whatever analysis on SPSS in the SOCA lab. That's the what do you call it? That's what we provide for students, the SOCA lab, SPSS in the SOCA lab. But I know in this situation, you can't get to SOCA lab, but even then, the SPSS license that IIUM has is one whereby you need to be on campus to actually use it. So you can't even use it in other networks. So it defeats the purpose. So at the end of the day, you have to be on campus to use SPSS. that is provided by IIUM. I'm sorry, Nabila.
Okay, actually my FYP2 needs SPSS. Do you think there's any other way, or I need to purchase that software myself?
Please don't purchase it. It's so expensive. Um, this is recorded, so I can't say it, but there is a cracked version. You can you can find online some kind of if you can find it. Alamak, but this is recorded. But yeah, that's it lah. I mean, come on, it's your FYP, right? Don't spend hundreds and thousands of ringgit for it, please.
Okay, I'll get back to you.
Or
next
maybe Dr. Syaza, she can use this trial period for a few weeks
Maybe, yeah.
to make analysis, then just stop using it, and because I think trial is
for
for
one month, isn't it?
2 weeks or 1 month. I think it depends. So I think it might be sufficient for you in those weeks to make the analysis.
Yeah, I agree. If you already have all your data and you're comfortable using it, you can just use the trial version for the few weeks.
All right, thank you, Dr. Avdi and Dr.
Yeah, as
Syaza.
an alternative option. This is what we did with students, Dr. Syaza, in the Advanced Research Methods class.
Right.
So in
yeah.
in doing some exercises with students in the class, we use this trial version. I used it and students as well. So we could in few weeks do some exercises, and we didn't pay anything, just using this trial version.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
In the class. Yeah.
Sorry, Doctor. Assalamualaikum, Doctor. I have a question. I am currently taking my FYP1 this current semester. So, if I take it this semester, can I take FYP2 maybe I skip next semester and I take it in my last semester of degree? Is that okay? I'm currently in my third year's first semester in my semester 5. So, is it okay if I take my FYP2 not next semester, but maybe on semester 7 or 8?
I think, if I'm not mistaken, you should pay attention to semester 2, for FYP2.
Thank you, Doctor.
So it means the next semester is semester 1, so you want to skip. Then I think it would be okay in the semester 2 because FYP2 is offered in semester 2, as we already mentioned. Dr. Syaza, am I right?
To be honest, I'm not so sure because the idea is that it's consecutive and previously when I talked to someone from the kuliah, in this kind of cases, although we highly discourage, but when we are in this position, when you're taking FYP1 now during semester 2, it's best for you to take FYP2 in the next semester after the short sem, because the idea, like I said, is to be a 1-year project. We don't want you to take a huge gap and then you start again FYP2. But I don't know if there will be changes in any kind of planning later on. So maybe we can take note of that and see what we can do later. But as far as I know, that's what we practice. It's continuous.
Okay, thanks. Sorry, there is another question now. To whom we have to submit the UG01 and proposal for registration? Is it to the office or FYP coordinator? I think it's FYP coordinator, Dr. Syaza.
Yeah, whatever you've been practicing so far,
Yeah,
Dr. Avdi,
yeah, so far.
I don't know how you do it online.
Yes.
It's to you, is it?
Yeah, I am collecting them. Yes, yeah. To the coordinator. You should submit it to the FYP coordinator. And as Dr. Syaza mentioned, this should be in the first week of the semester. Okay, I hope it's clear. Any other questions before we leave?
Sorry, can I ask again another question?
Yeah.
For this semester, there's the special case one where we have students taking the FYP1 in semester 2. So can we take our FYP2 in the upcoming sem, the sem 1?
Dr. Syaza, if
Yes, that's the one that we're thinking
yeah,
of
yeah,
right
yeah.
now, isn't it?
We have three sections currently, Dr. Syaza, with FYP1 in this semester. Yes, three sections.
Yeah.
Some of them are who failed, who are repeating. Some of them are who are registering for the first time. There were more requests, but we did not accept more. The limit was just three sections.
Yeah, I think I stand by what I said earlier that it should be continuous.
Yeah,
That,
probably the three sections might be open in the next semester.
because you guys remember that I mentioned earlier that I mentioned semester 3, if you the short sem, if you guys can't finish your FYP2 during semester 2, we allow you to extend a few weeks into into semester 3. So the same logic actually applies in this situation. I've talked with the head before, which is that you have this extra few months in between SEM 2 and SEM 1. So this extra few months that is not actually recorded as part of your FYP, you can still do some work during the short SEM. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? So it's the same logic as doing it continuous, which is that SEM 1, FYP1, SEM 2, FYP2. If you can't finish, we can extend a few weeks. So it's the same logic. We want to keep it within this, I don't know, 8 months for you to do it. So there's no like skipping semester. Does that make sense? I'm so sorry.
Thanks, Dr. Syaza. Thanks. Any other questions? Any other questions? Okay, then if no questions, if you agree, we might end here the session. We would like to thank Dr. Syaza for being with us and helping us and making things clear to all of us. Thank you to all of you who participated. And if no one has to add anything, then Assalamu alaikum. We might end the session.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you so much, Dr. Avdi.
Thanks, Dr. Syaza.
Dr. Avdi and Dr. Syaza.
Thanks.
Assalamualaikum.
Thank you, Doctor.
Assalamualaikum.
Thank you, Doctor. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Dr. Syaza. Thank you, Doctor.